Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Mimi here. Thank you for stopping by. Today what I'm going to do is a version of my what I thrifted and how I styled it. And it's going to be with this wire basket. You know I love a wire basket if you've been watching any of my videos. Picked this up from, I believe, the Goodwill a few weeks ago. And I love the patina on it, so I'm not going to paint it. I love the flowers, or rather the leaves that are on here. The leaves are at the top. Perfect for fall, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this into a centerpiece. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And what I did was I cut a piece of cardboard to size. This is about an 8 by 12, and I cut it so that it would fit right down in here as part of my base. There we go. And then I've got 2 pieces of foam that I'm going to put in here, side by side, and I think they'll fit. Yes, perfect. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a candle once I'm done, and I want my candle to be short. It's going to be LED, and I want it to be short, so I wanted to make sure that it'll fit in there and fit the clearance. It's the only time I plan on using my glue gun for this project. And that is just to glue this foam to the bottom of the cardboard. Everything else I'm just going to push in with picks, the stems, and that's going to make this project quick and easy. You guys know I love a quick and easy project, so we're done with that. And I've got all sorts of beautiful, beautiful colors for fall. A lot of things that I have on hand already, of course. Just things that maybe I used last year, and I just like to put everything up so I don't have to go out and buy things all over again. It's that old shop your home first. I do that not only with my tablescapes, but also when I'm about to create anything for myself in my home. I always look forward to the things that I have packed away first before I even consider buying something. So that's not the case for this, which is perfect because I already have a lot of the things on hand to make this centerpiece. I'm going to change the camera angle just a little bit because I want to make sure that you see everything that I'm putting in here. Give me one moment, I'll be right back. So the way I'm going to start this design is by working each corner of the basket and filling it in with some olive leaf garland that I picked up last year at the end of the season. Cut it into small pieces so that I can help cover up a lot of the foam that's in the basket. I often save a few of my dollars for the end of the season so that I can pick up a lot of the garland and some of the other foliage and pumpkins and things like that at the end of the season and save a lot of money. And of course I put those things up so that I can use them for the next year. So that's something I like to do to help save money when I am buying things so that I can do decorating centerpieces and other things for my home and for you. And now I'm going to add those beautiful velvet pumpkins, and I think I picked those up at Hobby Lobby last year, and they probably have some. They generally tend to have some of the same items each year, so I'm going to check with them and see if they have some more because I really like the softness, the texture that it brings to any centerpiece or any other type of decorating that I do for the fall. So again, I am adding those around the corners, filling that in. And the leaves that are attached to those pumpkins help to cover up a lot of the foam that I have. And I'm bringing them up towards the top of the basket as well so that you can see them. And I just think that they're just gorgeous. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think as we move on through this centerpiece. Now I'm starting to come in with some other pieces, some eucalyptus that I have. Got that from Dollar Tree when things were still $1.25. Just had to throw that little joke in there. But just adding that in there to fill up the top around the corners again, and then to start filling in some more of the areas with those little picks. And the picks I just like to cut off from a spray, a large spray, and just cut things into smaller pieces and just kind of put it in the centerpiece here and there. The one thing that I really love about fall, among so many other things, are just the brilliance in the colors that nature provides to us. And I think this basket right here is going to give a lot of the colors of fall, a lot of that nice fiery yellow orange to the nice brown colors of fall. All of those colors are going to be incorporated during the fall into a lot of the centerpieces and some other things that I'm going to be bringing to you as we move through the season. So now I'm just turning the basket so that you can see how things have filled out on the other side that I was working on. A lot of the flowers, the pumpkins, have filled out that one side, and now I'm going to start working on the other side of the basket pretty much the same way. And I'm going to keep adding some of those beautiful velvet pumpkins on top from the spray, and I'm going to continue adding some leaves and some other smaller items in there, just again to help fill up and just make this a beautiful centerpiece. It's coming together very nicely, and now I'm going to add some of the huge spray right here. I didn't cut that apart because it is nice in just the one piece, and I'm adding that up in there, and that's going to give it a little bit of definition in there, a little bit of separation from all of the olive leaves in there. And they're just adding another level of color to this beautiful centerpiece. Well, I hope that you like what you're seeing right now, and just seeing how easy it is to put something like this together. And if that's the case, certainly give me a big like. That really helps my channel, and I really appreciate that. I also want to take a moment and just say thank you to all of my new subscribers and to my returning subscribers. I certainly appreciate you coming back to my channel, subscribing to my channel, and helping me grow my channel. I enjoy doing this, and I just really enjoy bringing it to you, and you're subscribing and taking a few moments out of your busy day to watch certainly means so much, and I just want to let you know that I certainly appreciate you. And so now I'm going to come in with some of the pumpkins in here. I've got some longer stems in there that I can push it all the way down into the foam so they'll stay. And they work perfectly to help fill up the rest of the basket near the top. And now I'm going to go in and just pull that candle just to put it in there, just to make sure that I still have the room in there that I need once everything is put together. And see that longer stem that I'm attaching? I'm just taking that from maybe another piece of a spray that I had. I always keep those longer pieces once I cut either the flower or the foliage off, because I know that I can use those again. So try to just save as much money as I can and use every bit of a spray or a garland or a flower or whatever it is that I have, just to get as much of my money's worth as possible. And now I'm coming in on the sides of the basket where it needs a little bit more coverage with some beautiful red flowers there. Red, that deep burgundy red is just so beautiful for this time of the year, and it is adding yet another level of color to this basket. And now it's just a matter of filling in spaces with some of the greenery and some more of the olive leaf spray there to fill everything out. And now I'm going to add just a little bit of sparkle to this here and there within this centerpiece, and just to give it some shine, and again to give it some more definition, to give it some more come look at me to it, with these little pieces of the spray that I cut off to add a little sparkle to the centerpiece. And this is how it turns out. I added a couple of orange berry sprays to it and my candle. And now it is all ready for the tablescape that I already have set up outside on my deck. And for my place setting, it is all thrifted with that suede mat, along with the thrifted Hobby Lobby charger, a thrifted plate from Goodwill, a thrifted napkin ring, and a thrifted plaid napkin. And plaid is in for this year, so certainly make sure that you add little touches of plaid here and there with your decorating for fall. And this is how it looks. It is just beautiful. I love the way everything turned out. And as we move into the evening in my backyard, I'm going to light those candles and give a little bit more of soft ambiance to the table. And I also want to show you how I did the runner on this table. The runner, I just used a couple of the garlands that I had and crisscrossed them on the table, and then I put the centerpiece right on it, and I added some lights to it to give it just a beautiful glow. So it just looks like an extension of the centerpiece itself. I really enjoy and love how this turned out, and I certainly hope that you enjoy it too, and that you'll try something like this yourself. And thank you for watching, and of course, whatever you do and wherever you go, be blessed.